Welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. Apologies. We are running a little bit behind, but I want to welcome everybody to the cast. We are going to be casting over K374 versus UCS. So make sure if you haven't already, sub to the channel. If you love yourself some Rise of Kingdoms content, do me a massive favor and smash that like button if you enjoy the cast. And let's get into it. As y'all can see, we got our Bulba summertime shirt. Yeah. Hold on. Before we dive into it, here. Look, so y'all can see. So here's the women's. So y'all can see the design real quick on the back. Oh, hold on. Here, this is probably a better iteration of it. There you go. So it's nice and dark. Look at Bulba summertime. Woo! Summertime vibes. All right, let's get into it, baby. Let's get into it. I'm gonna fire up some music. Give me 1 second. Let me get in here. Watch. Enter. Let's go. Yeah. Got the summertime vibes, baby. All right, let me fire this up. Let's get some music going. Let's get it going. I was a little bit late because the wifey told me that these came in, and I was like, oh, I gotta try it on. And I tried it on. Here, y'all can see what I know. Y'all don't care about the graphics, so give me 1 second. That was the one we're waiting on, baby. The summer vibes. Summer vibes for our boy Gambit, because Gambit kept asking. He wanted something for summertime. Look, men's tank top, men's tank for the beach. There's the logo. You can kind of see. There you go. There's the logo, the little icon, the blah blam in the back. Now I will say, if you're into like fitted stuff, it's perfect. But they are running a little bit small, because I got mine 2X and it fit me like an XL. So make sure you get it probably a size up, I would say. All right, let's do this. 1 minute. Let's hop in. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah. So if y'all want them, make sure y'all cop them by August 1st, they're all coming down, because that will be when we officially launch the brand new website, which will have its own merch drop in itself. And that will be the first one. So there's the link if you want to go cop something. If you don't worry about it. I love each and every one of y'all. All right, let's flip over. Let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah, we hopped on pretty late, but I wanted to try all the stuff on and switch shirts and do all that kind of stuff. End day. Who do y'all got? Who do y'all got? Who do we got, fam? We got 18 people in here. Probably has to do with the fact that we were super late launching, but oh well. Oh well. I'm awake. Oh, you know what? I need to fix this chat box real quick. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see the chat disappear real quick. 750. Maybe not. Maybe it's 650. 750 works. That's fine. All right. And we're off to the races, baby. UCS coming out hot. So we got CC. The chat disappeared just because it needs a refresh. So once somebody types it, it'll start coming back in. Oh my God. We have so many CCs. Are they pulling the same strat? Are they going to try for it? I think they are. Look at how many CCs. Are they gonna try for it? That's a lot of CCs to not do something with. I think they are. I think UCS. I think you're gonna try some. Look at how many CCs. Oh no, they're gonna try for it. They're going for it off the rip. They're going for it off the rip. I think they're going for it. There's too many CCs and bellies to not try something like this. CC power. There you go. Chat should be working. Let's see. We're going to pay attention to it. Let's go flip over to the side of K374. See how they're looking. Herald's Guan, so they're going a lot of infantry. There's a couple CCs, a lot of Guan, some Chandras. Nice mix-up. Let's see. Saladin. Very nice. Okay. Let's flip back over. This is what I'm interested in right here. This is what we're interested in, boys. Look at this. Oh, CC power. I think they're going too slow, though. 1:30. Maybe. Maybe. If the rally hits, it might have a shot. But look, they're trying some shit. Look, there you go. There's an XY coming in. But is it going to be enough? Look, they're doing it. They're doing the strat. This is becoming a very popular strat right here. There you go, CC. So there's going to be cav on cav crime here. Question mark? Let's see. Welcome to all of our new subs and everybody. XY flying through. Let's see. That's very interesting. Why would they... Okay. 30 seconds. That's a little too slow. They're not going to have enough time. Unless this is empty. Maybe. But I don't think it's empty. We're going to keep our eyes. These CCs are... I don't know what their goal was. Could be for the skill bar, possibly. Oh, they got a Zeno. That's nuke. Frytown. Yeah, 6 seconds porting in. That, I don't know what play that was. I thought they were going for it. All right, and here we go. K374. We got rallies inbound for the outposts. There we go. City's coming in hot. Sky Altar. Ooh, I like it, UCS. I like it. Here they come. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. Shrines and altars opening up. And the gates of hell will begin. They will open. Open up wide. Here we go. I really do like the presence that K374 are bringing, which is nice. And on the opposite side, look at these battles. Oy. There you go. K374 sneak in. Oh, but top side, they got the Belisarius garrison. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just an absolute unit with a Zeno standing on the outside, swarming the Belisarius. We got 2 Zenos out here swarming. Yo, rage engines. There we go. There we go. Zeno getting swarmed down to high heaven by UCS. It looks like she's gonna bite the dust. And she does. 2 minutes with the rally already coming in. Ooh. Oh, it's going on the opposite side. Never mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Saladin garrison. Get a little Jadwiga love in here. For those of you who don't know, UCS are making their bread and butter on Jadwiga garrisons. They are doing... I don't know what shit they're using on her, but god dang, she is like G-Bus on wheels for them. Look at this. Half health. Half health. Look at her tank. Get unit. What a unit. Look at Joe. It's like she's not even moving. What in the world? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who will win, Bulba? Your thoughts? I think the winner of the first arc will be the winner of this match. Not to play it plain and simple. They're both very, very phenomenal outside occupation teams. So I think that's going to go back and forth. The person who controls timing of the first arc will win this match. Provisions, they both do that very well as well. So they're fairly neutral on those two. I think the timing is what's going to be key in this match. So I think whoever wins the first arc is going to win the match, because they're going to control the flow of the match, which is very important between these two teams, because they're very aggressive, but they're also they have like a nice, I always say ebb and flow, because they know when to push, they know when to pull back. These are two of the smarter teams, you know, for sure, that we have that play in Rise of Kingdoms. So they know when momentum shifts, so on and so forth. So I think whoever grabs that first arc is going to be the one who wins this match. I'm telling you, UCS is super scary. 374 are very good in their own right, and they're actually one of the better mid-game teams. But god dang, UCS has looked absolutely scary this season in mid. If there's anything that K374 could exploit, it would be the occupation game, because SX54 gave them a tussle on the outside for occupation last week, and I think K374 are even better on the outside than they are than SX54. So that's something to keep an eye on. Points per minute, you know, look at that, in favor of UCS. I think if UCS take this first arc, control it, you know, the timing, I think that's where it's going to come down to. Two best mid games versus each other. I wouldn't say that, Sam. I would say the two best mid teams right now are UCS and JST. Those are the two best mid teams. I think 1V has contention to be in there, but I think JST and UCS mid games are by far and none the best this season. Now, last season, I would have agreed with you. This season, I don't agree with you. I think UCS and JST are the best in mid this season. I think if you're doing like a top 5, I would say JST 1, UCS 2, K374 3. Who else do we still have in? Oh, wait, no. Sorry. JST 1. K374 2. 1v3. Who else would I put? Oh, I missed UCS again. God damn it. JST, UCS. Yeah, I need to pull up teams. I'll pull up the teams. I'll answer this. Might ask me after the match is done, and I will answer that for you, regardless of how this match plays out. But JST is number 1. UCS, I would put number 2. K374, and then, or K374 or 1V. 1V and then K374. So I would say they're still in top 5, but I think the two Korean teams are better in mid. K374 building game was weak versus JWM. Yeah, and then they wrecked them on the outside. They just wrecked them. Haven't seen JST many times. JST are phenomenal in mid. They're probably one of the scariest teams in mid. All the hate UCS got, all the first seasons, they have improved a ton. Well, people can say what they want about UCS, but the fact is they've made top 16 every single season of Osiris League, so can't say shit about that. You know what I mean? JWM's the same way. You can talk, people can talk all they want, but results talk. I don't care if you made one season in top 16 and you made it in the top 8 1 out of 4 seasons. I'm all about consistency. Good teams stay consistent. Even if you lose players, you plug and chug, make new teams. Most of the teammates in the UCS, some of them are new, so they're not from last season. So it's all about a system. It's all about having a system. Would say Song is 3rd. Song is really good in mid. We'll break that down. I need to look at teams. We want to see PX 30 versus 556. HKO will dominate that map. It's gonna be GG's in that one. Need to watch more JST now. Yeah. LIG in mid? No, I wouldn't put them in top 5. I love me some LIG, but they're not They're not top 5 in mid. I think they're the second tier right below top 5. I would put them probably in like 6, 7-ish spot. But top 5 is pretty hard, pretty hardcore. I'm talking like the teams that would run 4 or 5 arcs back and not let you get anything. LIG just aren't that. They're very good though. But these, I'm talking like straight killers in the mid. But that's what makes LIG so good. They may not be like number 1 in anything, but they are number 4 or 5 in everything. And that is what makes their team very scary, is they're very good across the board. And that is what makes them scary. A lot of these teams are number 1 at this, and then number 15 at this, and then number 7 at this. So it's all over the board. They're across the board consistently great at everything. They might not be the best, but they are very, very good at everything. All right, here we go. 14. Arc was picked up on backside, which is in favor of K374. And this is where the rubber meets the road, my friends. We're going to see. I think K374 are going to pull this one. Yep. And there you go. There you go. Oh, got melted. HKL. Yep. They're the PX team. The PX team in Anubis are a bunch of HKL members. There's some that went to JWM, a couple went to 114S, a couple went somewhere else, and then the rest went to PX. That is their alliance. So have fun with that. Yeah, some went to, I think it was a decent chunk too that went to PX34. Where did the others go though? 114S, a couple went to JWM, and a couple went somewhere else, and I forgot where. It wasn't a big majority of them. And then a bunch went to PX34, yeah, 43, whatever their number is. Usually UCS doesn't cap first arc. UCS does it based on timing. UCS bases it on timing because you can control the match with it. But that's pretty convincing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, these are some of the best teams that you're gonna watch play mid, and K374 just wrecked them in mid. Just wrecked them. Now the interesting part is, I think that if K374 need to do what OV did to them in the finals, and if y'all remember what it was, we all thought that OV was gonna get the first arc and hold it because of how dominant K374 were in mid. And I mean dominant last season. They were capping 5 arcs in almost every match. Like, it was nutty. I think that K374 need to take a page out of OV, and they need to cap. Cap early, cap often, and just run it up. I don't think, you know, with OV, they did the same thing. They flipped it on its head. They came out and punched K374 in the mouth and capped 4 arcs in that match. Yeah, I think you're going to have to do that with UCS. You're going to have to force them to choose. Because or else you're going to get this all match long. You're going to get it all match long. And the mid forces people to rotate, which alleviates pressure from the outsides, which is ultimately what you're looking for. Oh, whoa, didn't know that. Wish 556 beat him. Yeah. Who do you think have a chance to beat 1v? It's clearly now 1v that has favorite for championship. I will say I have JST beating him, and because JST already beat him in the Korean Osiris League. So if I'm choosing a team, it's for sure JST. If you want me to choose multiple teams, I think both teams on the right side could beat 1v. And that says a lot because I'm very high on 1v now. But I think both teams on the right side could beat 1v. Okay, V636 losing as well. I put coins on. I told you. So a lot of people who always come and want like some insider info and stuff like that. Y'all know when we used to talk about KVK and how a lot of teams always say, oh, that team is just for KVK. They're not good at ARC, or they're whatever. 1254 were always in that conversation. Okay, it was always TR, SX54. They were always, everyone was their KVK alliances. They play Osiris League just for fun, to have a good time. you know. And then they made the move with Rose, and it instantly took both of those teams, and over this past seasons have taken them to where you can no longer say that they are just KVK teams. They are very good at Osiris League. The comparison that I'm trying to draw here is that Kingdom 530 or 1530 are in the exact same scenario right now, where people only ever associated 1530 with KVK and never with Arc. And now they are the 1254 in Anubis. They are that team. With 6P, with K530, they are that team. They're very good at KVK. They're also starting to bring up their Arc play, and they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be very dangerous. I picked them this week to knock out V636. If you didn't see that show, go on the Bull Battalion. I did the bet show at the very end, and I chose them to win. I chose them to win. GST won 1v in Korean Osiris League, correct. Why does it feel like there's just less marches in this game than last? Might be a glitch, I don't know. No, it's the same. The difference is in last match, you kept seeing Song, and all their marches were consistently marching forward. Right now, there's an even split. There's an even split everywhere, and I'm not zooming around. Let's look at different structures. UCS is synonymous with this. They're synonymous with swarming and constantly moving up. So if your garrisons blow, you're never gonna be able to hang. Because look right now, look at the structure game. Look at the structure game. Look at the map on the top right. Altars, altars, altars. They lost. They're holding all 4 altars right now from the side of UCS. All 4 of them. That points per minute is gonna drastically. There it is. Boom. 290 to 710. And this is where I'm telling y'all, UCS become very dangerous, and I think that K374 need to do that OV. They need to just run and gun, because if you let UCS tee off on you, they're going to pull what Song pulled on TR, and they are going to tee off on you and just over invest and neutralize so many structures where the points per minute is just going to kill you. It's going to kill you. Sending fresh marches no longer becomes the priority. It becomes surviving, because UCS will consistently, these will die, and guess what? Look at what's happening. Oh, there's some fresh ones. So you killed 2, and here comes some more. And there comes some more, and there comes some more. Look at the pressure. They have 0 resistance marching through the entire map right here. Look, 0 resistance. Open field. You know, look, 0 resistance on top side. Let's look on bottom side. They have a rally, which is going to get swarmed down. And look, presence. Forward facing presence. This is where I tell y'all, this is what I mean by pressure, being the aggressor. This is what I mean. Look, they won't get touched until probably like right in front of the structure. That's how aggressive they're being. They're getting free marches all the way across the map without getting contested. That is pressure right there. And look, they were able to take 1 altar back, but still, even at that, oh, there you go. One just hasn't ticked over yet. There you go, 1 minute with the pressure. Pressure. That's what you're looking for. And if you are K374, you got to dig yourself out of the hole. Once you defend, you got to turn into the aggressor. You got to turn into the attack. You just have to. Or else you're going to sit back, and UCS are going to do this all game. They're going to do it literally all game. Look at this. All game long. And it's because they're getting free marches all the way across the map. And that's what you have to pay attention to. UCS garrisons and rally leader equipment are nutty. This got like so many 200 mil plus whales. 1v was not main team in Korean Osiris League. Exactly, I followed your advice and bet against 636. Hey, pretty sure that was definitely their main team. Yeah, I'm fairly confident 1v is their main team, but if you say so, sure. Korean Street, Korean Arc League, really seriously. Well, Koreans, you know, they're not making a league for shits and giggles. You know, the Korean market, I've said it for at least 6 to 8 months. I've said if you're going to dive into a market, potentially to test the waters on esports, it is a Korean market, period, end of story. Because if you can get the Korean market sucked into your game, you're golden, because they treat it like the next Olympics. That is their Olympics. To tell you how real it is, there's a reason why At the national, one of their national sports is an esport. That's how serious they take it. So they have a national sport that is an esport. And when I mean by national sports, I mean like, you know how we have the NBA, the NFL. I mean esports. That is their thing. They have an esport as a national sport. A YSG primary. Yikes. V636, 11K, K530, 9K. See, where is K374? I don't know. So many of them don't seem to be here. LOL, still have nightmares of these guys. Oh, yeah, Anubis. I'm telling you, the holding the arc strat isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work against UCS. It's not. I can almost guarantee you they'll get at least one arc. And based on the timing, they're probably gonna hold it. Because if you're UCS, there's no point in capping it. You're dominating on the outside. There is no point if when they have to capture it, there's no point. Yeah, Jadwiga is, look at this. Look at the reinforcements. Just little things like that. Yeah, esports are dominated by Korea. Yep. League's the most obvious one. Yep. You know, when you're playing for prize pools that blow people's minds, what was the last, what was it, League of Legends? It was what was it up, like 40 mil or 60 mil? It was some ridiculous number. Some ridiculous number for an esport. It's nutty. Absolutely nutty. The Worlds, I think it's Worlds. It's like 40 or 60 mil, or it was something stupid this season. I forgot what it was. But yeah, it's an obvious market to dive into. Which is why I don't think they do, but which is why I was always surprised that they don't have a sponsored Korean content creator. I think that's a big flop. You literally are going to make him the face of a market. And there is one person everyone knows. You make him the face. He's very entertaining. Our boy Chuni out there. It's obvious. Super obvious. All right, let me see. Similar to how we all see Chisco, like everybody sees him and like 3 other guys as the face. You bring him in a Korean market, man, the entertainment value is there, 100%. I think T1 has a bigger pool than League, but League's more popular. Yeah. Korea has one good LOL team. China has taken over League. Ah, okay. It's crowdfunded to not like Worlds. Ah, okay. See, I don't know too much of the intricacies. I just know that Korea has national esports, as a national esport, as one of their main sports. That's it. So that should tell you how serious it is. Dota 2. See, Dota was the one I'm thinking about. Yeah, Potato. You're right. Dota was the one I'm thinking about. I think Worlds was still really big, but Dota is the one I'm thinking about. The Dota prize pools are nutty. Koreans go to China to play League because there's more money there. Yeah, probably. There's money everywhere, guys. No. I'm talking Dota. Dota has massive prize pools. I was confusing it. Apologies. The Koreans are sweaty at StarCraft. I haven't even played StarCraft. Esports is making moves at the moment. TSM just made a $210 million sponsor deal. Nice. TSM Bulba? What? Actually, I wouldn't mesh well with TSM. If anything, if I was going to pick an esport, it'd be one of the two. It would either be an Optic boy, because I've always loved Optic growing up, or it would be 100T. That's it. Those are the only two I would ever even consider. I'm not a FaZe guy. I like FaZe. I just not, my personality wouldn't go well. But Optic or 100T would be the two teams that I would go with. TSM, I think, are very, very, how do I put it? They feel very corporate, and I'm not a very corporate person. But content with Optic and 100, that's fire, straight fire. So those would probably be the ones I would go with. Dota World's equivalent to T1. Yeah, Dota is insane. That was the one I was looking for. International events and big events. Blaze, guys, hit the like button. Takes 1 second. I appreciate it, Blaze. Thank you, brother. Retreating backwards. Let's see. The arc. They reset it. And they're still down. And UCS owning the occupation. This is looking very familiar. I used to live in Korea. You guys broadcast NBA on weekend. Korean broadcast StarCraft 2 during the weekend on all channels, and baseball. And that's the kind of popularity I think is going to catch on. That's why, as much as people keep talking shit, when I'm going to say it, and then when people are going to come back and be like, you know what, Bobo's right. I keep saying this game has potential for esports. But you got to fix the stuff. You got to fix it. I've been telling the devs, I've been telling our community managers, I've been telling everybody, I go, here's a list of shit that you need to fix to make it an esport. Here are some suggestions. You know, I know the working and intricacies of it aren't as easy to do, but some of the stuff is easily rectifiable. The spectator experience 100% needs to get fixed. I think they just need to offload it off the game and go exclusive on YouTube or a streaming platform and stream the matches. That way it offloads the load on the server. And then you also build value around content creators who are building value on your game. So you do that. And that way you don't have a viewer cap. You don't have anything like that. Now it does take away the ability for the audience to move the game, but who gives a shit? You're watching, you're spectating. You know, I think if they make readily available VODs, if you are going to make an esport, you're going to need VODs. So if you're already making views from different angles for people to come back and watch, it doesn't make a difference on the spectator experience. Because the 200 people that would have been scrolling the map, everybody and their mother can see where, like, eagle eye vision from the bottom, seeing all the troops move, you see the structures, you can see everything. And then you can study film, and then you're worrying about growing your game and not 200 viewers. And, you know, million players playing again, you know what I mean? And some nutty ass shit. Reset the next arc. Yep, we're gonna see. I don't like the idea that they held it so long, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 4 minutes. And then they need to fix the rules. The rules we've been asking for. The Korean Osiris League already does it. It makes no fucking sense why it isn't level. I think for an esports perspective, I don't know if I would like to see flat where all the commanders are available and there's no like draw phase, like pick and ban. I think it would add a nice dimension to the game. So, you know, especially with 30 players, it changes the dimension of each match, which makes it very unique. So, and then of course we've been saying it, you need a ladder system. We can say all day long until we're blue in the face, yeah, UCS #1. But hey, motherfucker, you ain't at #1 on the ladder, you ain't #1. I don't care. You ain't #1 on the ladder, you ain't #1. And I think until we have level playing field and a ladder system, nobody can say they're #1 unless you're winning championships, which then you can then say because you're winning. But you know, who knows? Joe Blow down the street could have 30 amazing players that are very good, just can't afford to pay in the game. You never know. You never know. So until we get that doubt out, then G2 Bulba would suit you best. That's content. I do like him. I do like G2. To be honest, this would be a very easy game to make into an esport. Yep. They're already doing prize pools in the Korean. It makes no sense. Just literally copy and paste that shit. And then guess what? You don't need fucking 4 realms. Congratulations, I solved your problem. 2 realms max. You do a gold, you do a silver. Period. End of story. Level the commanders, move the spectator experience to YouTube. You have casters casting the matches. Boom. Done. Penalties for not showing up to matches, disqualified. Losing rewards. I don't know. There has to be some punishment. Let me see. To be honest, Bulba with the 500 IQ. Guys, I've been saying it for over a year now. You know, I know some of the stuff isn't easy, like a ladder system. A well built out ladder system is not easy. It's not an easy thing, but it is one of my suggestions that I made for both Olympia and for Arc. Also, and here is the kicker. I also made the suggestion that the ladder system carries over into Osiris League, because then it makes regular arcs meaningful. So the way that you earn tier steps or move up in the ladder is by winning in regular arc. And then the top 512 registered in the ladder, the top 512, regardless, because if you're leveling off everything, it doesn't matter. The top 512 power doesn't make a damn difference besides troops, but it would be leveled because of that. So top 512, guess what? You end up in the Golden Kingdom or the Golden Realm that has better rewards. The ones right below that, the next 512, end up in the silver. End of story. And that's how you utilize it. And there's your whole workaround. You're welcome. I'll send my PayPal link. All right, here we go, baby. To the death, UCS. They're investing heavy into mid. They're investing heavy into mid. Still active. No, Noon didn't quit. He's still there. But the other problem is which ROK have that other games don't have is fairness. ROK fixed all equipment and commanders, sort of like the Osiris Invitational. That'd be better. Yeah, exactly, Potato. That's what we said. Imagine how many new insane teams and strats would pop. Yep, exactly, Blaze. You're bringing a... Now, you will lose some whales because they are going to get pissed off that you're spending money. But at the same time, I think a lot of those whales are also saying, hey, it's 1 hour, 1 day a week. I don't care. So at that rate, if they don't care, then guess what? Chalk it up. The best will win. UCS, look at that. Look, it's going like 6-1 out here. 6-1. Oh, man. Is that a mixed Eddie? It looks like it. Yikes. Imagine how many new insane teams. They need to make training arc for free. I don't think they need to do that. I think they need to add healing speeds to rewards for arc. Especially once you get into the big boy matches, and if you're overlapping with KVK, stuff like that, at a certain point, you're going to have to heal. So I don't think people should be penalized for wanting to play a game mode and having to utilize their own assets. I think speed up should be a part of the rewards. And I think that's easily fixable. They want to milk spenders as much. There's plenty of other ways, Sammy, to milk spenders. There's plenty of other ways to milk spenders. The amount of money, and this is where people got to understand, you're weighing $1 earned right now to potential stacks of dollars in the future. Esports will bring far more money than 5 little whales when you stack them up against each other. You can put literally probably the top 40 people that spend in this game, and it wouldn't even hold a candle to the amount of money that you'll make in esports. Period. End of story. In vendors and sponsorships. Can you imagine, y'all? If those of y'all who watch League of Legends, y'all know that they got they have partnerships with Honda. They have the Honda Civic. They have banners inside of the game. You can add little banners in here as sponsors. Easily make millions of dollars doing that. Not hard. Now, the thing you have to have is you have to have the viewer experience in order to ask for those big dollars. And right now they don't have that, which is the problem. So I would agree with you, but I think you got to look further into the future and look, is it worth losing a couple of whales to make massive amount of money in the future? And that is the difference. And yes, the answer is yes. Let me see. Esport KVK would be possible. I don't think KVK is a thing. No, I think KVK is actually gonna make them lose more players than make more players at this point, because of how fast the rotation's coming in. They're gonna lose a lot more whales than they are from KVK than ARC. If Osiris League escalated into this level, KVKs would most likely disappear. No team would dare. Well, it wouldn't make a difference, Hendrix, because it would be invitational rules. So KVK, then everybody would focus on KVK. So it does the opposite of what you're saying, because you're setting levels, setting troops, setting commanders. it doesn't matter if you get zeroed in KVK because you still have that stuff for the match. So it actually does the opposite of what you're thinking. Let's see. Part of the strategy is planning which commanders and EQ to max out using arc. I get it, but at the same time, you know, it's like when people complain, and I'll put it this way. When people complain about when 307 is playing the crew that we're playing in KVK right now, and they're saying, well, you have the deficit and the equipment and y'all have all, it's the same way in art, guys. You can make the same exact freaking argument. You have people that are playing against kingdoms that don't have heroic anthem equipment, that you have, you know, you can complain about that all day. There is always going to be an unfair advantage inherently in these games, but it doesn't mean that the game modes have to be inherently like that. That's what I'm trying to say. If you want KVK, KVK all day, baby. But in Olympia and all that, a lot, it doesn't necessarily matter as much currently right now in Olympia. It could be different once they unlock new abilities and stuff. But right now, equipment does make a difference. But because of the lack of fighting in some of these matches, it's just about speed. So it's not as, you know, prevalent and noticeable in Olympia than it is in Arc. In Arc, you're going to notice it. You're going to notice it a lot. If people aren't running, if you have a team running with 30 daggers in the middle and 30 horns and 30 silent trial, like they're having 30 of everything, heroic anthem equipment, you're going to notice. You're going to notice it. And there you go, UCS, get that one. The question is, are they going to hold it? That's the question. Are they going to hold it? They lost their buildings in order to get the arc, so it's going to be very interesting. All right, so we'll pay attention to that. I don't agree with invitational rules for all league matches. I do. You know, I can get it, though. I get where people are coming from. Here, I'll read Lambo's message real quick. You won't be able to complain about EQ and commanders for long. Anyone in Heroic Anthem will access to the equipment and commanders with the new... Yeah, but how many... That's after so many rotations, Lambo. That's not... You know what I mean? It's gonna take at least 6 to 8 months for rotations to settle where commanders won't be a problem. It's not gonna happen once a kingdom rotates into Season of Conquest for one MGE. You know what I mean? It's gonna be months and months and months of rotations. It's not gonna be that quick. See, most spenders spend in KVK, not Osiris. Hold on real quick. Sorry, let me get y'all to some fighting real quick before we hop in. All right, they're moving back. Let me see. Sorry. I think in general, in more events, there should be healing speeds or universals. I agree. Most spenders spend for KVK, not Osiris League. They aren't losing any money off a level of Osiris League, but they're not making any money either. See, that's what I'm trying to say. You think KVK money is big? Add in an esport, and I promise you, it's gonna look like pennies in the jar. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all are looking at what's happening right now. I don't give a shit what's happening right now. I care about longevity of the game as a content creator. And longevity of the game is not in KVK. It is not. KVK will kill the game faster than it will make the game better. Because of how fast KVK rotations are coming around, you're gonna kill your free-to-play player base. And then your whales are going to lose value in spending in KVK because guess what? There's no one to fucking fight. So who's going to spend money in KVK when there's no one to fight? So while I get what you're saying, I'm thinking of the future. I'm not thinking of KVK right now. I'm thinking of ways for them to make money in the future, not right now. Let's see. Who wins? UCS win, please. Invitational rules would be awful. I think invitational rules would be good, but I've always said they need to have an add-on on top. Like you have the invitational and then you have rule set on top, which is what I always said. You're banning protect. I honestly do think that's nice. You're banning out shit, equipment, commanders, whatever. and you have a certain amount of protects, you have a certain amount of bans, every single game will be different. Every single game. If you're not trying to be an esport, then don't worry about it. Just have your complainers out there and do, but you cannot make a pay to win esport. Sorry. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. And if it has worked, it's very rare that it's going to work. Because then all you're going to do is you're going to make the whales max out even more, and then free to play are just going to quit because they have no shot. JDBM, K374, HKL. Let's see. If it was going into esport internationally, then I could see it work, but just that isn't enough. Well, it's an international game, so I would assume if it's going to go in esport, it's going international. So to make this an esport, are you proposing that all players must be in the same geographical location, lag, latency, ping, and be on the same type of device? If not, the playing field isn't level. If we're worrying about see, so you're talking into the logistics of stuff, and that I can understand. That's also why, for those of y'all who are wondering, that's also part of the reason why the Korean Osiris League requires you to be, guess what, Korean, or have your thing based in there. That's why. That's also why you're not seeing Hova in the Korean Osiris League. That's why you're not seeing other players like that, because it's geo-locked. Now, can you have some sort of like geo? So you have one in Europe, you have one in US, you have one in Australia, you have one. Can you do it like that? Sure. Call of Duty does it. They used to have different regions, and you would do it based on a region. There's a lot of marketing you can do behind it. New sub BM, welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, you can do regions. There's plenty of games that do regions. But are you going to solve ping and latency? No, you're not going to do that. But for people who don't care about it, but spend thousands of dollars to have an unfair, or to have, quote unquote, they're not worried about the fucking ping and KVK. Why are you worried about it for 1 hour and 1 day a week? We've been working with unfair advantages throughout the existence of this game, and we're worrying about being fair in an unfair game already. Get where I'm kind of coming from? The same people that are saying you're worrying about a ping are the ones that are saying that they don't want invitational rules, which gives them an unfair advantage. No difference to me. But I get what you're saying. I think you misread. I was agreeing people don't spend strictly. Oh, okay. That's fine, T. Due to help free-to-play base and make passports insanely cheap. I don't think passports are going to solve the problem in this game. I think right now, inherently, the problem that they're having... Sherlock, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the Burrito Gang. Inherently, the problem that they're having in the game right now is that there's zero value in being in old kingdoms. So everybody is constantly moving back to newer and new and new and new. There's no value. There's no incentive to being in an old kingdom. They have effectively neutralized the advantage of commanders, so that no longer is an incentive to go to an old kingdom. There's no incentive for tiered rewards for events because you're fighting harder teams, so that incentive doesn't exist. You know, events aren't locked based on time anymore for the most part. A couple of them get it early, but not by much, so there's no incentive on doing that. There was no incentive from preventing people to move back except for commanders being locked. Is it, which I guess is okay because they're trying to level the field out a little bit, which is understandable. But at the same time, you're having mass migrations to Kingdom 2701, you know, and then you have 1,000 dead servers that are taking up space. You know, I've said it before. I played Game of Power a long time ago, and they had the same problem, and they had to bring in a Kingdom Merge feature in order to repopulate the player base because there's way too many. And people aren't going to like what I'm going to say. There's too many freeloaders out there that are going to dead kingdoms to win free MGEs just to do that. So you want to talk about rigging the system. You got 1,000 dead servers. You got somebody who's going to be out who just wants to win free MGEs to sit there. I don't know. I would put rigged MGEs and Dead Kingdoms, just to rig it for yourself, above people not showing up for Osiris League top 16. That's how triggered I get with those. That's just my opinion, though. Y'all can disagree, whatever you want, but that's my opinion. You see, my point is a level playing field is more than just commanders, troops, and equipment. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But right now, we're not dealing with all that. That's what I'm trying to get to, like, get that point across. And I know we've talked about this before. The problems right now, people aren't crying about ping. They're not crying about location. They're crying about commanders. They're crying about troops. And they're crying about equipment. Literally all three that you're talking about are the three things that we've been crying about for the last 4 seasons. And they still have not figured it out. That is what we're talking about. Now, once they figure that out, then we can worry about pings and geo and locations and regions and all that. But until you fix that, there is no fix. There's no esport. There cannot be that esport. Because then guess what? Damya in Kingdom 3077 wants to play in this esport. Guess what? He doesn't have commanders. He doesn't have equipment. He doesn't. You effectively segregate a whole player base by doing that. How can you have an esport where only a select few can play or even participate? Players are responsible for other stuff. Game devs need to worry about what they can control. Everything that I'm talking about is controlled by the devs. It's all that's all game mechanics. No esport has the 8 to 12 teams in league anyways. That's fine. It would kill old kingdoms if they do invitational rules. It's already killed. Old kingdoms are already dead. RK is a slow for ping being important. For newer players and can never be an esport. There's way too many teams. Invitational can. It's Korean and Chinese dominant game. These get. So how many Chinese teams were in top 32? Just out of curiosity. Y'all, I think y'all are super high on Chinese teams, and I'm pretty confident there's more EU teams than Chinese teams. So don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Chinese or them, but there are more EU teams in the top 16, and I would venture to say in top 32 than there were any other teams. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly confident in that there was more US and EU teams than Korean and Chinese. I am a freeloader, so am I. So now I'm a freeloader because I'm in a dead kingdom, but you're not in a dead kingdom, Lambo. You're not in a dead kingdom. I'm talking dead as in like there's one alliance at 300 mil power and guys milking MGEs, and there are actually kingdoms that have that. I'm not talking about kingdoms that have 3 alliances, 8, 5, and 5. I'm talking like a kingdom that's like, well, the 46 used to be where people were coming in just to win free MGEs. That's what I'm talking about. Have different mentality than players in old. Dun, dun, dun. Newer kingdoms are so much better than older. I wouldn't agree with that, Scar. The difference is if you go to a newer kingdom, you better be ready for civil wars, because more civil wars are going to happen in newer kingdoms than older kingdoms. So the stability of older kingdoms are always more appealing than newer kingdoms, to me. For us in our kingdom, at least, we started getting a lot of players from young kingdoms compared to before. Since things are mostly equal now, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, Onslaught. Commanders are fair. Now kingdoms in Horus Rome have the same commanders available. China has their own server. Yeah, and with Korea. It's because of user terms. The TOS. TOS for those countries is different. And other dominated by Chinese. Well, yeah, because everybody kept moving back. Guess what? Everybody moved back. Isn't Lambo with MF? He is. He is. He's with Kingdom 1029. I don't think there's a pure Chinese team in our realm. And C9N? C9N are Chinese. The Reaper and MF. BN teams. Colombia. Actually, Chinese population RK has greatly reduced. There are barely any new Chinese players. K6V. Yeah, so there's a couple guys. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm just saying like C9N is in top 16. You know what I mean? There's more. 2 Korean and 1 Chinese left in Final 4 and about to be 4th. Yeah, but you're comparing the 2 best Chinese or 2 best Korean teams. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. %30 of the Imperiums used to be Chinese before, not anymore. Daryl, a lot of people do it just to either work on commanders or to, get some nice, easy MGE wins, or they're going to be, they're going to be offline for 2 months and don't want to get zeroed for inactivity. So they'll go. So there's a couple of different reasons why people do it. Or they just want to focus on having fun and just have, a little more lighthearted. There's a bunch of different reasons. Everyone has their own different reasons. I'm just referring to the MGE specific scenario. That's it. That's all I'm referring to. All right, here we go. Oy vey. UCS. Oh, yeah. 3K. Other provision's gonna be good. That's gonna be the key. That's gonna be the key. Let's go look. Let's go look real quick. Let's see. They were very good last season. Let's see. 1, 2. Wait 1 second, fam. I'll read the chat here and there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll count that one. 15, 16, 17 provisioners on the side of K374. This is not a lot, guys. This is not a lot. I'm telling you right now. This is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're doing about the same, but some of theirs are coming back, so I know that they're not going to be big numbers. So we're going to pay attention to this. We're going to pay attention. Keep your eyes on the score. It's going to be very, very interesting. Coming down to the wire, baby. Because the Korean League uses invitational rules, it gives them the ability to test commanders, pairings, and higher level in October. Yep, exactly. Worst thing, though, about the Korean League, it will divide the community. I don't think they care. I don't really think they care, to be honest. I think they're looking long-term than they're looking short-term. They're going to piss a lot of people off, but try to pull into a new market, which to me is worth more dollar bills as a business than a couple of hurt feelings. As a top 8 finalist 4 seasons in a row, I don't see fairness. Korean teams split up into their 4 separate realms. Look at all 4 realms. All going to be Korean or Chinese winners. I don't either, my friend. But when has Rise of Kingdoms ever been about fairness? Ever. Ever. In the, it's going on, 3 years? In 3 years, when have we ever been able to say, oh, shit, this is fair, outside of invitational? Hell yeah, this is fair. This KVK is fair. Yep. Or this Osiris League is fair. Or this ARC match is fair. Can't say shit outside of invitational. Korean teams too far advanced in strategy due to much more practice because the Chinese practice a lot. They don't have a lot of... Gotcha. All right, here we go. 27 seconds. The provisions should be coming in. Let's see. Let's go look. We're looking at K374 because they're trying to make the big juicy moves out here. Let's see. 3K. Counting it down, baby. 15 seconds. I think they're going to get matched by UCS and provisions. All right. Humpty Dumpty. Nothing there. Here come more. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, there's everyone's favorite archer queen, Artemisia. UCS, I can't say her name. Apologies. I guess it's just TC. TC, here we go. Tell of the tape, ladies and gentlemen, K374 taking on UCS, 38.8K to 41.8K, 3K win. Did we not call it, fam? I told y'all it was going to be close. I'm pretty sure on the Bulba battalion we said about 3K as well. And that is a little slightly over, no, slightly under 3K. Boom. Called it on the spot. 1 for 1 on arcs, 3 to 3.5. Occupation, fairly close. Look at the provisions. Oh my God. 27.6 to 31. It was the occupation, baby. Look at the provisions. 8.2 to 6.5. 59 to 73 mil kills. Flip flop. Heals 3 mil. 400K. 30-30. 1-1. GG's to both teams. UCS moving on. And ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to say we have a perfect bracket once again for week 2 in our bracket challenge. Let's see. Dang, we out here rolling thick. I'm pretty confident that right there just gave me the win. I'm pretty confident that gave me the win already. Here, let's see. We're gonna have to make a new rule, I guess, next season where I can't play. Dang. Look. And just like that, we are, how many matches is that? 8. We are 12 for 12 right now. 12 for 12 right now, baby. Bulba, welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are 12 for 12. Moving into the semifinals between UCS, 1V, and Song and JST, baby. Are we gonna go for the perfect bracket, baby? Are we going? We're going for it. We're going for it. We're going for the perfect bracket challenge, baby. We're going. GG's UCS. You're delusional if you think countries play a role in this. Nothing changed. It'll give them an advantage. The devs provided the servers, provided the test accounts, provided the 40K cash prize. Yep. That's all true. All facts. You think no American or EU players have asked for their own league? I have asked, still wanting to reply for 2 years. Oh, I'm not saying they haven't asked. I'm not saying that. I don't know if you're responding, if that was directed to me. I haven't asked for that. What I'm saying is, and if we do make it an esport, there's no reason we can't make regions to address ping, to address stuff like geographic type issues. GG's UCS. Koreans simply just got an unfair advantage. I would bet China has their own league. Lilith is Chinese. China. Let's see. If Americans asked for their own league, that international community would be up in arms. Yep. Agreed, Lambo. How would countries not play a role in that? Massive dudes to force Lilith hand. I think it's going to divide the community, but it's also going to divide the whales. No, I only have one match wrong so far, and you haven't locked it up yet. I am 11 for 12. Oh. Okay, Yender. I like it. I like it. I like it. As in the country of Lilith does not play a role, and it's because they're from different countries. WIB and BIA and semifinals. WIB 100%. All right, let's look at the matches real quick, and then we're gonna end the stream so I can go pick the wifey up some food and go do all that hot stuff. You know what I'm saying, fam? All right, y'all already know what it is. Oh, yay, they're not at the same time slot. Yippee. Woohoo. Show all end games. All right. Here we go. UCS 1v kicking it off at 15, and Song versus JST kicking it off at 13 next week. Stay tuned. Bulba Battalion could get a little spicy. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We'll see how it's gonna go this week. We'll see if we can bring in some guests for y'all, and we'll go from there. All right. So let's look at Anubis. Oh, they wrecked him. Oh man, they took him out. 10K. GG's. Wow. Did 6P win? They took him out. Yes. There you go. Like I said, it's going to be a wallop, and it was a wallop. I like 556, but they are not an ARC team right now. Could they be? Yeah, they could. In the future, they need to get a bunch of missing pieces, but they could be. They're very strong. They're very good fighters, but I don't think their strat for ARC is very good. 6P, there you go. Handling that TZA. Here we go. BIA taking out DNT. Oh, yeah. Bye. You know what I'm saying? TOC taking that fat L from WIB. Not a surprise there. Rays beating Lost. Rip in chat. Dang. Rays out there. Out to prove. They're on a mission. 60 GT. That is going to be a really good match right there. Rays and 60 GT. Do we once again have no 19 UTC matches? Come on. They're all at... come on, man. Fix the times. Fuck me. Fix the times. All right. See how bad we lost. It was not a good week, fam. It was not a good week. Oh, and then the one I did win, I didn't win very much. Oh, that was a tough one. This was a tough week. Look at this. Ooh, this was a tough week. Oh, yeah, that was a tough week for sure. Look at the bets. Rip. Talk about a tough week. Dang. What's this up? Where's that put us at? 37K. Oh, but I also spend 30K in the shop. I bought whatever the shit was in the shop. We bought all this shit in the shop for the most part. The stuff I actually want, I don't really care about a goddamn statue. I can't put it in anywhere. Where am I gonna put the stupid statue at? I don't got room. I gotta plant more trees. All right, let me see. Similar to Worlds and same at LKC. Yeah, exactly, though. You gotta split it up into regions. There's no way in an international game like this you're gonna play all on the same shit. It's just not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It'd be the only way to keep everyone happy at this point. You're not gonna keep anybody happy in this game. I promise you that. Thoughts on 1AVG losing to LIG today, with LIG only having 29 players? Let me see. T-Law. Nice. I like. Thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. I like both teams. One's my team. My fam. LIG, I've always liked LIG. They're very good in their own right. But I also know that 1AVG uses about 50% of their actual Osiris League team in these matches. So I always tell everyone, take it with a grain of salt. You're good. But that's also the one thing I've always said that is the reason why I think 1AVG suffers a lot for it, is that tells you how serious they are about ARC in general, when 50% of your team usually isn't even the team that you're fielding in Osiris League. So the reps that they're getting in Osiris League are fresh. They have a warm-up match maybe the week before Osiris League, and then Osiris League, and those are that's the reps that they're getting with the main team. So that could be the problem too. But at the same token, who gives a shit about Osiris League? You know what I'm saying? I do. But they may not. And that's not their fault. The prizes aren't very good. You know, I think if you put some cash behind this Osiris League, I promise you people are going to take it a little bit more serious. So I don't think the investment that you put into Osiris League, if you're a planner, if you're all this, I don't think the investment into it is worth the squeeze that you're getting at the end. It's just not. There's no real good exclusives. You know, you're battling for a city skin, and in another league they're battling for hard cash. Sorry, it doesn't compare. Doesn't compare. So yes, if you're a Korean Osiris League, do you invest time? Hell yeah. You're trying to win some cash. Cash money. You know what I'm saying? Out here, you're battling for 20 sculptures that you'll get in 2 rotations of art. I could care less, you know. So that is what I would say about that. I like both of these teams still, but I think LIG field more of their main team than 1AVG do too. So we'll see. But I think in their own right, LIG, you know, they're both very good teams. So GG's on that one. There you go. All right, let me flip over real quick. Ladies and gents, we're gonna call it. I need to go drive and get some food, and I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep. We'll probably hang out with Discord for a little while later on, and just have a good old time. So I appreciate all the new subs that we had. Make sure, don't forget, before you head out, do me a favor. If you haven't subbed to the channel, sub to it. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss a single video or live stream. And then do me a massive favor, ladies and gentlemen, and smash that like button before you head out. It lets us know y'all want more Rise of Kingdoms content. And that is what we're looking for right there. We got big moves. We got big moves coming out for the Burrito Gang. So I'm excited for y'all. And for all of our members, our YouTube members, our Discord boosters, we got big things coming out for y'all on the website. So I hope y'all are as excited as I am. We have brand new merch that's going to be coming out. These pieces that you're seeing right now, and the ones that I wore last stream, those plus all the other ones that we have on the merch site right now will only be available until August 1st. So don't wait until the very end if you want those. And you remember, go use your merch discount, go use whatever, get whatever you want to cop. And yeah, we're going to be going from there till August 1st. And then all those, we are moving over to our brand new store, which is going to be on our website, which will have its own collection. The starting collection, I will tell y'all what the name of the collection is. Are y'all ready for it? The collection is called Down with Thickness, and it is literally going to be the collection name of it. It is called Down with the Thickness. Exactly. If you're a rock and roll lover, you will know exactly where I'm going with it, because our love for rock music between the wife and I are very, very strong. And we actually thought of that slogan a very long time ago. So I decided to make a little merch piece around it. So it is Down with the Thickness, getting launched August 1st on the brand new website, and everything else will be gone. Here's our summer one. We have our Bulba bath time, which is the meme for the shirtless Bulba, and all the other merch pieces. So enjoy. I hope you all enjoy all of it. You enjoyed all the casts. Appreciate them. And I'm going to do my best to try. We're working a lot of projects right now, so we can get some streams and some videos and all that kind of stuff up, but we are super busy. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. But I hope you all enjoyed the cast, ladies and gentlemen. And until then, we'll see you all in the next live stream. Bye-bye.